Today, we're going to get straight down to business. We're going to get into testing on chunks, testing on grammar chunks and action chunks and putting them together. If you're not familiar with this, then I suggest that you watch this video first and then come back here and test yourself. Why test yourself? Well, testing is a very effective method of learning something quickly. And especially with learning this kind of stuff, I think it's incredibly useful because you can do it fast. You make mistakes, no problems with making mistakes, but if you get fast feedback, you can redo it and learn much quicker. Anyway, let's get to our chunks for today. First, today's chunks, our action chunks, I should say. So we've only got 2 actions. And why only 2? There will be some later, but first of all, let's concentrate on 2 because I think the grammar chunks are more important than the action chunks. And it's more about combining, knowing how to combine these. Anyway, 2 chunks for today. Write a letter, so that's in the type 1. Type 2 would be wrote a letter. Type 3, written a letter. Type 4, writing a letter. And our other action chunk is send an email, as type 2 is sent an email. Type 3 is the same, sent an email. And type 4, always ing, sending an email. So let's get testing. First, write a letter, type 2. What's the type 2 of write a letter? Simple, wrote a letter. Send an email, type 3. Sent an email. Send an email, type 2. Easy, same as type 3. Sent an email. Write a letter, type 3. Written a letter. Write a letter, type 4. Writing a letter. Type 4, always very easy. Always ing. Today's grammar chunks. So first, the grammar chunks. I should be. She's already. Unfortunately, I didn't. She enjoys. I should have. I wish. So I should be plus write a letter, taking type 4. I should be writing a letter. She's already sent an email, type 3. So she's already sent an email. Unfortunately, I didn't write a letter, type 1. So unfortunately, I didn't write a letter. Okay, let me just skip to the sentences. She enjoys sending an email. So it's a type 4. I should have written a letter. This one takes a type 3. I wish I sent an email, type 2, if it's present. Okay, so let's get straight into the test. Okay, first one, I should be plus write a letter. I should be writing a letter. Easy, because it was already in the examples. She enjoys plus write a letter. She enjoys writing a letter. I should have plus write a letter. I should have written a letter. Unfortunately, I didn't plus send an email. Unfortunately, I didn't send an email. I wish I plus write a letter. This is about the present. I wish I wrote a letter. She's already plus write a letter. She's already written a letter. Okay, now we're going to spice it up a bit, make it a little bit more difficult. So the grammar chunks are slight variations on what you've seen before. So they're still the same, but maybe it's different people saying it. And the action chunks are different, but they're simple action chunks. So you should be okay. And our first one is they've already plus eat breakfast. They've already eaten breakfast. He's stuck in a meeting. He really should be plus write a report. He's stuck in the meeting. He really should be writing a report. They enjoy plus watch a movie. They enjoy watching a movie. What's the status on the X project? What's the status on the X project? Don't worry, we've already closed the deal. So it's a type 3. He's tried his best, but unfortunately, he still didn't plus catch the bus. He tried his best, but unfortunately, he still didn't catch the bus. Type 1. Sorry, I didn't think about that. Well, not only that, you could have plus asked for help. Sorry, I didn't think about that. Well, not only that, you could have asked for help. So ask for help is a type 3. Standing outside his front door, he thinks to himself, I wish I plus have my keys. Standing outside his front door, he thinks to himself, I wish I had my keys. I wish can also be combined with a type 3. So we got one that's for the present, one for the past. So standing outside his front door, he thinks to himself, I wish I had my keys. So this is actually talking about the present, even though it's used in the past simple. And basically, we use past simple here because he wants the present to be different. If he had his key, he would be able to get inside, maybe make a cup of tea. Life would be much better, but he doesn't have his key. Okay, and the second example is from a past perspective. So standing outside his front door, he thought to himself, I wish I had had my keys. The past, wishing the past was different. That's it for today. So always remember when you're learning English or if you're learning anything, always test yourself, test your recall, see whether you can think of it. So if you're in a conversation, you're going to need your recall. It's going to need to be in your head and not in a book. So testing in this way will help you when you're in the conversation. Anyway, so today was quite simple. Just test, test, test. And I will be back with some more English very soon.